KRON 4 is continuing to celebrate remarkable women across the Bay Area, and every year the Red Cross of Northern California awards a Humanitarian of the Year, and this year it went to a North Bay woman who started volunteering after the devastating Tubbs fire in Santa Rosa. KRON 4's Rob Nesbitt has more on her.
It was like 3 a.m. in the morning.
When you talk with a Santa Rosa resident who was living in the city in 2017, they'll tell you about their memories of the Tubbs fire.
That was all bright orange.
At the time, it was the most destructive wildfire in California history and came within feet of Betsy Whithone's front door.
Our street was full of people evacuating with their trailers, and it was like, oh my God, is it going to come here?
The flames spared her property, but that was not the case for everyone. The Tubbs fire destroyed more than 5,000 homes and killed 22 people.
It's a scar that everybody in the community feels, and as a part of the healing is helping.
In the wake of destruction, Whithone took notice of the volunteers that stepped in to help her community, specifically the American Red Cross. And when she saw an ad that the organization was seeking more volunteers, she decided to step up.
You can come with the skills that you come with from your life experience, and believe me, there's people from all different life experiences that volunteer for Red Cross, which is great because the people we serve are from all different kinds of life experiences.
It's been 8 years since she took that leap of faith and became a Red Cross volunteer, not realizing the amount of people she would help. Whithone traveled to Florida to help families during the aftermath of Hurricane Ian. It's where she met the director of the National Incident Command Team for Red Cross of Northern California, Richard Goldfarb. He quickly realized the qualities of curiosity that make Whithone the perfect person to help others in need.
She's always asking questions. She's always trying to understand. And I think her entire perspective of how she addresses a problem and addresses how to build a team and lead a team comes from a place of humility.
Whithone has been deployed to more than 20 major disasters, including hurricanes, typhoons, floods, and the disaster that inspired her to help, wildfires. She was there after the Lahaina fire that destroyed parts of Maui and Hawaii, and most recently in Southern California, where the Palisades and Eaton fires burned through more than 23,000 acres.
The devastation they have, and from Red Cross's perspective, we are like second responders after the fire, and we're there to listen to people's stories and to be able to provide financial assistance to those who are eligible. And it's just you're bringing hope to folks on what could be the very worst day of their lives.
She took her 30-year career as a marketing executive and put it to good use, volunteering in disaster response, leadership development, and client care, work that has become a family affair with her husband, Andy Whithone, and son, Denny Sigmund, both working as Red Cross volunteers. Her family was there at the 30th anniversary Red Cross Gala in San Francisco, where Whithone was honored as the 2025 Red Cross Humanitarian Volunteer of the Year.
I think that she's extremely deserving with what she has given of herself. You know, she's not only married to me, she's married to Red Cross. And the amount of time that she has given of herself to go on these disasters. And when she's on a disaster, she works from 6 in the morning until 10 at night.
Volunteers like Whithone never do their work for recognition, but only hope that their volunteering will inspire others to give back in whatever way they can.
You know, I've learned that there's humanitarians in all of us, and that the gift you can give somebody by listening and giving them hope is a gift. It's priceless.
Though she didn't realize the power of volunteering 8 years ago when she first signed up to help with the Red Cross, Whithone sure knows it now.
It's wanting to make a difference. And I don't mean that in a heroic way at all. I mean it from the heart.
One of the many reasons why she's a remarkable woman. In Santa Rosa, Rob Nesbitt, KRON 4 News.
Yeah, applause for her for sure. And you can scan this QR code and see more of our remarkable women. Plus, we do these features every Tuesday here on KRON 4.